Jimmy. So, hi, I'm back. Have you missed me?
I've missed you a lot, my little turtle dove.
Why?
Because,
Sink was full.
yeah, it was full of pots.
Yeah, and you were burning all your tea.
And I don't know how it overworks.
No, we ain't got an Hoover.
Run over.
Or sweeping brush.
That's why I couldn't make it work. Plugged it in twice. No happened.
Welcome.
To Serendipity Homestead, Barnsley to Barn.
Episode 33. Right, we've had some questions on a few of our episodes and the Facebook page. So, even though we've done a question and answer before, we're going to try and answer some of them again. One of the questions we've had is, what is the advantage of livestock versus the cost?
They didn't.
There ain't.
Not for us, because we don't eat as animals. They're just here as pets, basically. So, it's pet food.
Yeah. We can't answer the advantage because even though we've got all these animals,
They just rescue.
the only thing we get from them is eggs.
And loves.
So we can't really answer that. We did have a friend who had a proper working homestead who processed their chickens, ducks and goats, etc. And they stopped. They actually stopped and got rid of their livestock because it was costing them so much to feed them. Whether that's an ongoing thing, I don't know, because there's a video coming up of some chickens that we bought, processed just this week. And so they must be making a profit for them to carry on doing it. But for us, there is no advantage. It just costs us to keep them. But that's what serendipity is about, as in guests will come and enjoy seeing the animals.
Yep, that's what they're here for. They're here for guests to pet.
Feed. Run away from.
Have a few eggs for the breakfast.
Yeah, and be attacked by the goats, which our guests at the moment are going through because the goats are in the garden eating a washing.
The guests watching.
But, yeah, we can't really answer that one.
There's a goat in the garden.
There's a goat in the garden. It's going home. But anyway, yeah. So one of the other questions was, what was our first few days like in Bulgaria?
Quarantine.
We were quarantined. We came over in the middle of the pandemic. So when we first arrived, we had to do a 14-day quarantine. So our first few days were rather boring.
Not at all. Absolutely brilliant. 14 days of seeing nobody. Oh, it was blissful.
Yeah, we'd packed everything in the van and we'd got enough food to keep us going. We did have a lovely lady in the village who has become a very close friend now, leave us a couple of food parcels during that time. But yeah, our first few days were just locked in.
Lovely.
Another question that we've had asked is medical records. Do they get transferred?
No. I do believe and understand that you can get your medical records from England and fetch them with you.
But they don't automatically get transferred.
No.
The doctors here are different to the doctors in the UK.
I try not to use doctors because the chemist is...
The pharmacists are actually more helpful.
Yeah.
If you need an emergency doctor or need to go to the hospital, that's a different matter.
Yeah.
But for your medication, just go to the pharmacist. Yeah. As we've said in previous episodes, we can buy all our medication over the counter. The only thing you cannot buy over the counter is antibiotics.
And if you get a cold here, I mean, what a silly thing to do, to go to doctors in England because you've got a cold. So if you get a cold here, then you have a rakia. Hey, and it's gone next.
Yeah, a warm rakia. Rakia kills everything.
Yeah.
We were only joking either last night or the night before with our guests in the cottage.
Feet on caps, kid, knock it
Oh,
down.
don't start.
I'm on with a fiddle.
No,
I'm
you
on
did
with
that
a-
last
I'm
time.
on
Stop
with a
it.
pancake. Look to his mum. Yeah, but it's
Annoying.
not. People.
That rakia is used for everything over here. And when the pandemic was rife and everybody were in the little bubbles, as they called them, Palamarza was in its own bubble. And all the old
Bubble.
OAPs, babbers, what have you, said that they never got COVID because they drank rakia. So that's how it went.
Yeah.
Someone's asked us, because we're helping people by pointing them in the right direction for estate agents, whether Ideal Homes is a good company to go through. We don't know. We can only recommend who we know, who we trust, and ask if anybody out there who's watching has used Ideal Homes. Can you comment below to give the other people asking what your experience was? We can only tell you who we use, so we don't want to say anything about people that we don't know.
It's not all we use, it's all
Well, yeah, all we trust, all we've
to
learned
use.
to know are trustworthy.
Yeah.
But we haven't had any experience of Ideal Homes, so unfortunately can't answer that one. John, you've had a question. How do you regulate the hot tub with it being wood powered?
Well, it gets to 40 degrees and it cuts off. So it can't get too hot. But in all fairness, when it's getting to 35, 36, your fire's probably dying down anyway, so it's not going to get much hotter. But when it gets to 40, then the alarm sounds and it turns the pump off. So it is regulated at 40 if you want it that hot. I certainly don't.
No.
I certainly don't. 37, 38 for me is still too hot.
And I would presume, being a wood power, then it's only like using your petchka, and it's a case of not have it roaring, just keep it ticking over. You know, you don't have to have a roaring fire.
No, you don't. Just
Once it's got warm, just keep it ticking over slowly.
Yep.
But as John's explained in last week's episode, it also has electric backup, and obviously it's got the thermostat on the actual, what's it called, the pod. Bulgaria, is it worth it? Yes, it is. To us, anyway. Yes, it's upsetting when you leave your family behind.
Yeah, it's upsetting. Sorry. I love them.
But
Nice
visits are happening, and if everything goes to plan, Doncaster Airport is opening,
That'd be good.
which is even closer.
Bulgarski.
So I do think a lot more visits will happen. But we don't regret moving here at all,
No,
do we?
not in the slightest.
We were talking with our guest last night about bills, and you were really surprised about the Starlink internet, weren't you?
Last time we looked at Starlink, it was £1,000 for equipment and £90 odd a month.
Pound.
And now it's...
Well, it's still 90 odd pound. No, it's 90 odd lev intake. It's about £45 a month.
Yeah.
And what it?
600.
£200 installation.
Is that what it was?
Something like that. Yeah. So we may look into that in the future, because although our internet is fairly good, you do have times when it buffers or goes off and what have you. So we may look into Starlink in the future. Depends how next year goes with the cottage.
I'd love Starlink. I just don't think we can afford it.
But we'll let you know if that happens. But
if Starlink's watching, you can sponsor me if you want.
Yeah, We
I'll
can
test
advertise you.
it in Bulgaria for you.
We can advertise. See if your internet works on a homestead.
I'd like to try Starlink.
But our guests were actually saying last night that they actually pay £3,000 a year council tax, which we couldn't even get our heads around, could we? £3,000. And we pay £18 a year council tax. Well, it's actually village tax. So we pay £18.
That's for has been emptying as well.
We've done bills before. I will link the episode where we've done bills before, but there's no comparison. Absolutely no comparison to living here and not being taken for every penny you earn to pay things. John's helped a lady in the village who's got a injured or poorly cat, and she's here on her own, bless her. So John's been running her to the vets. And
I ain't been running.
And
I took her in car.
he took her yesterday, and what happened? The cat had its tooth removed.
Yeah, and an injection, or 2 injections, I can't remember. And a scan.
And some tablets.
And it cost 12 lev.
Which is like a fiver.
12 lev?
A fiver.
I know Kat had been there a couple of days before.
But then she'd paid for the treatment it had that day.
12 lev.
So that was a fiver for the cats having a nasty tooth removed, 2 injections and some tablets and some kind of scan. And it's fine. It will recover. But yeah. So think about that when you're having to pay £50, £60 just to be seen before treatment's even given. There's just no comparison at all. What else? Is that it?
I'm going to football tonight. I'm going to watch Livestock. So,
I'm having a night to myself.
Yeah.
Watching Christmas films. He may come back and the Christmas tree might be up.
I set fire to it.
You will not.
Oh, blue will.
You will not.
Blue will. Too early for that. Isn't it, Gail? Gail says, yeah.
We're a business. We're a business. Businesses dress up for the season early.
Oh, oh, oh.
And keep watching because there's some surprises coming.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
A surprise to me, too.
Yeah. Wait me when you come home. While I've been away, John's been very busy, haven't you?
I'm always busy. Not just when you're away.
Well, you haven't done a lot this week.
You're a right slave driver.
I got a new building when I came home.
She'll say, I've had an idea.
Yeah, but I didn't have that idea.
I did.
I came home and we got a new building.
Mm.
I don't know if I've got any photos of it before, so I will have a look and put them up if I can find some. But just look at this. This was an open space.
Yeah, a curtain in front.
We just put a curtain across so that...
Used to blow all over the
Yeah,
place.
it did. It used to be really annoying. Just so the guests didn't see what was behind the curtain, basically, because it used to be storage.
Rubbish.
But
Book look.
It's made it into a room now. It's got a window and a door and everything. Just look at it.
Yeah.
And this is going to become the office. Isn't it, John?
And maybe YouTube room.
Yeah. It's going to be his little office, possibly gift shop.
Because in winter, when there's lots of snow, we might want to go in there for YouTube.
Yeah, we might. But I'm really chuffed. It's going to be spot on when it's completely finished.
Spot on, you know.
But yeah, I was really impressed. So that's something that I wasn't expecting when I came home. And just look how far he's got with the granny flat. It's coming together lovely. Just look at all this. He's done really well. So I might go back to the UK more often.
Like, then you will.
If I keep going back to UK, everything might get finished while I'm not here.
I might go to UK and then will it get done?
Well, I decorate when you're not here, so you need to build first and then I decorate. I decorate.
Who's done decorating in here?
I don't no, that's not decorating, that's building.
Oh, we've painted then.
You ain't painted anyway. Oh, you've done bathroom.
I painted bathroom. Is that not decorating that?
That's because you wanted to see if you could see it joints on plasterboard. I put up finishing touches. I do up fancy bits and make it look pretty. You can't deny that.
I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
So, yeah. Next is my kitchen.
Office, no.
Kitchen. Kitchen.
Office, no.
No.
Win that way, see.
No, if you want lots of pies and bacon and sausage.
I'll look kitchen next, I think.
I need a kitchen.
I think I might look kitchen next.
Yeah, I think you might.
Yeah, bugger office.
Yeah.
Mm.
If there's anything you want to know that we haven't covered, because as I said, we have done questions and answers before.
If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, just follow me, and I'll send you along with love for me to you.
You done?
You to me to you.
Have you done?
Yep.
If there's anything that you want to know,
If there's anything,
don't start again.
don't
Comment.
stop believing.
Comment below. Leave us a comment.
Yeah, just
Please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe, share, do the
thing.
And we'll see you next time.
That's Casper Site.
We like Casper Site. He's really good. If you don't
the
watch
thing.
Casper Site, I'm going to link his channel below. He is hilarious. Right, that's it. Bye.
Just hanging washing out now, and she's not even attempted to do my washing. And now she's putting a finger up at me.
Jimmy.
You just can't get staff here in Bulgaria.
And the goats are all... In fact, let me just show you. The goats...
What, she's hiding.
There you are. The goats are actually...
Waiting to eat her washing.
Yeah, waiting while she goes in, and then they'll eat the washing. Are you recording?
What?
I'm checking in my boots.
I wear trousers.